Hi guys, I am on live tonight to go over some easy ways you can use essential oils if you're interested in a more natural lifestyle. So I'm going to get started in a moment, but I just wanted to show you what's in my diffuser. I have, if you're not familiar with what a diffuser is, this is diffuser. I have in here tonight peppermint and wild orange, which is a very uplifting blend. So if you're new to diffusing, it helps to purify the air. It helps to uplift the mood in the home. If you have trouble relaxing, it's great for that. It also helps to kill any airborne pathogens that might be circulating in the air. So it's a great thing to have on hand. We have one in every bedroom, in the kitchen, the bathroom. So I'm going to get right to it. If you jump in late and you want to listen to it from the beginning, it will stay on this page, so you can watch a recording at any time. And if you're interested in anything that I discussed today, feel free to send me a message and I will share some ways that you can get the oils if you're ready to do that. Okay, so if you're new to essential oils, a lot of people have no idea what they do. They just think that they're pretty smells, and they are. They smell beautiful, but they also have a lot of other things that they could do. So they're basically plant-based medicine. So if you look at, depends how you look at your health. A lot of people will go with a natural approach if they are interested in, or if they believe in the body healing itself and just giving it the right tool. Basically heal your body, whatever it is, whatever comes into your, I'm sorry, I'm watching text come through at the same time. Whatever your body comes into contact with or things that's dealing with you, if you believe your body can heal itself naturally, you just need the tools to do it. This is the right place for you. There's the natural approach and the modern approach. I'm much more of a believer in the natural approach. So essential oils have been around for over thousands of years, even back before there were doctors, hospitals, pharmaceutical companies, and people at that time, they didn't have access to medications, so they used oils, and they're very effective. They are 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. So if you can picture this, if you've ever had a cup of peppermint tea, 1 drop of peppermint essential oil is equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. So if you can figure the power behind that, very little amount can go a very long way. They're completely safe, they are effective, and they can work in minutes, depending on what the issue might be. So I love that for my home, especially, that you have natural solutions at your fingertips. So for me, my family, we were looking for natural solutions, and it kind of opens up a whole new world for me. I love, especially now in the climate of time that we're in, you can't really get to a doctor unless you're having some serious problems right now, or if you have any minor things that are bothering you, there's really no way for you to get the care that you need right now. So I love having self-directed healthcare in our home, and it just empowers your life, empowers how you help your children, your husband, your wife, whatever, anybody in the home. So anytime we have something come up, I know that I could go to my oils, and it could be something as minor as a common cold to a digestive problem to a skin issue. And I'm going to go over just a couple of things that you can do with some of these oils, which again, I didn't know anything about what they did. I just thought that they smelled nice. So perfumes and things like that, but the scope of what they can do is really pretty amazing. So there's 3 ways you can use the oils. You can use them aromatically. That's the first way, and I'll explain that in a moment. When I say aromatically, it could be diffuser. This is where you put water inside the diffuser and then you add essential oils to it. And what those, depending on the oil that you use, it can help with things like respiratory issues, colds and flu, purifying the air, detoxifying the air. If you have an odor in the home you don't like, if you're cooking, let's just say, broccoli or something, fish, something that doesn't smell so great. If you diffuse something like lemon essential oil, it will actually kill the odor in the air, but it will also purify the air. It's also great for relaxation. If you have trouble relaxing and sleeping at night, you'll definitely want to put lavender in your diffuser. Lavender is pretty much the go-to for relaxation and anxiety and stress. So just putting in lavender, when you inhale the oils, it actually sends messages to your brain to help you relax. So it's a great way to naturally deal with any anxiety and stress you might be having. So every night, my routine actually in the house with the diffuser is in the morning, the first thing I do, and I just think it's really pretty, it lights up, and I have other ones that have different colors in them, and they change colors. but I'll put in the morning always a citrus oil and peppermint, because citrus and peppermint together is very uplifting as just for the mood, but it also is great for focus and for energy. So always diffuse citrus and peppermint together. And then in the afternoon, I'll often do something more for focus, like rosemary and peppermint together is great. And at night, you want to bring down the energy levels. So it's always something with lavender, and another citrus oil is always great for stress. If you have any questions, feel free to type them in. I can see them after the video. So don't, if you think of something after, you can always just type it in there. I see a comment. I love mixing lavender and copaiba. I love that blend too, actually, in the diffuser. I've never posted about it, but I do love that. It's a very mild smell, and it's really pretty. It's good for very bad anxiety, actually, copaiba. So that's a good one to have on hand. Another thing you could do if you don't have a diffuser is just inhaling the oils from your hand can actually help you. So they're great for respiratory, like aromatic use is great for if you have respiratory problems like asthma or congestion, sinus issues, sinus infections. So the oil that I recommend for that is called Breathe. Now these are oils that are specific to the company I work with, and I'll share some information about at the end. But Breathe is a blend of peppermint, eucalyptus, doing this off the top of my head, cardamom, there's a bunch of others you might not recognize, lemon. And anyway, when you inhale the oil, not only from your hands or in a diffuser, it's going to open up all your airways. So this is really great. So often what I'll do, I have allergies this time of year myself. I'll just put a couple of drops in my hand like this. You rub your hands together, and then you cup your hands over your face, and you inhale deeply about 3 or 4 times. I cannot tell you how much that actually helps before I run, because sometimes if you do experience allergies this time of the year, I'll run, I'll feel like I'm actually choking by whatever is in the air. So I love this oil, and it's also great for anxiety. So you can pair it at night. If you have a child in your home that's having trouble sleeping and they're congested and they can't settle down, do Breathe and lavender together. It's an amazing combination. It smells great, good for anxiety, good for opening up the airways. Also, if you're sick, you'll want to diffuse Breathe as well. In the diffuser, it's staying on this topic only because it's so important right now. You want to help your body fight off any illnesses that are floating around. And I'm not even going to say the word because, it's like a hot topic right now, but you know what I'm talking about. On Guard. This is a blend that we carry. It's specific to the company I work with. It is a blend of oils for your immune system. It's a protective blend. So it contains clove, cinnamon, thyme, rosemary, eucalyptus, and wild orange. This one, I feel like if you don't have this in your house, I would be nervous to not have it in my house, to be honest with you. I stocked up on it. But if you put this in the diffuser and you are fighting something off, your body's fighting something off, just inhaling the oils will help your immune system fight off what's going on. So it's great for cold, flu, viruses, and I'll diffuse often if anyone's not feeling well. This is the combination we do. Breathe and On Guard together. I'll do 4 drops of each in the diffuser. So you want to have that on hand as well. And another thing you could do for aromatic use, if you do have any issues with you're sick, and this works every time. I've had issues where, I thought my kids needed an antibiotic and I didn't have to do it. So you'll heat up a bowl of hot water, steaming hot water, make sure it's not going to burn your face. But you're going to put in the diffuser oils that will help with clearing the airways and clearing the infection. So I do 2 drops of On Guard, 1 drop of Breathe, and 2 drops of oregano. And now oregano is your heavy hitter when you're sick, okay? So a lot of people take this internally as a natural antibiotic. You can do that as well. But what we'll do is put a tent over your head like a towel, and you just inhale the oils for about 15 to 20 minutes. And I can say from personal experience, I don't care what people say about doctors and whatever, I did not need an antibiotic for my children when we did that blend, and I've done it multiple times. So I know it works. Do it about 2 or 3 times a day. If you have a sinus infection or any kind of bronchial issue going on, or you're sick, that's the first thing that I do, and it works. And I'll get to another thing you could do when we get to the internal use of the oil. So, and the last thing I want to bring up about the aromatic use is if you're experiencing any kind of anxiety or issue with your emotional wellness, again, inhaling the oils can help you. So put a couple of drops in your hands of the oil and just inhale it if you feel like you're having any kind of anxiety issues. And I do have to bring up my favorite oil for that. And it's called, not just lavender. Lavender is great, but you can definitely pair it with others to make it a little stronger. Frankincense is one that you want to have on hand. Now, frankincense is considered the king of essential oils. There's a saying that goes that when in doubt, use frankincense, and that's because of the wide array of uses of this oil. So not only for anxiety, but also for your immune system. It's for cellular repair and renewal. So what I'll do with this on a regular basis, if you have any issues with your health at all, autoimmune, cancers, and I'm not saying it's curing anything, it's just helping your immune system. Apply it to the bottoms of your feet. I'll do 2 or 3 drops of frankincense on the bottoms of the feet every single day, okay? And then if you have anxiety, you can put it behind your ears, on your pulse points, or inhale it from your hands. A wonderful oil to have, and then it goes further than that for some topical use. I'll get back to that in a moment. But the last one I want to bring up for your anxiety, because I know a lot of people are experiencing anxiety right now, and it might be situational, but that still doesn't take away the problem. You don't want to resort to medications, or if you do, then you're probably not watching this video. But it's called Adaptive. So if you can see in the light, this is a new blend that we got, and this has pretty much all of the oils, including copaiba, for anxiety contained in one bottle, and it's amazing. So what you'll do if you're feeling anxious, instead of doing something negative, alcohol or whatever it is that might call you, put a couple of drops in your hands, rub your hands together, and inhale. And do that every 15 to 20 minutes until you start to feel better. I can promise you that you will feel better, and you're gonna be very drawn to the oil if you have experienced any issues with anxiety or stress. Okay, so you have your aromatic use. That's the first way you can use your oils, okay? And there's a ton of diffuser combinations. It's actually a hobby of mine. I'll make different blends in the diffuser all the time, depending on what's going on. One of my favorite oils in the diffuser is Citrus Bliss. This oil is probably the most beautiful oil, I think, one of the ones that doTERRA carries. And it has a mixture of all the different citrus oils in it, including clementine, tangerine, grapefruit, orange. Beautiful oil, but it also contains vanilla, and I just love the combination. If you like the smell of an orange creamsicle, you would probably love this oil. And this is an oil actually you could get for free this month if you decide to purchase as a new customer, and I will share that with you at the end, my favorite oil. I'll diffuse that with peppermint usually on a regular basis. Okay, the second way you can use the oils is topically. This is a very, very popular way to use the oils, and a lot of people don't understand or know the scope of what they can do. So if you have any pain or inflammation in your body, anywhere that you're in pain and you are limping around, or your back hurts, your neck hurts, your knees hurt, you don't have to walk around in pain. You can apply the oils topically to your body. Some oils that are really great for that, and I'll go through a few, but lavender, again, is considered the Swiss Army knife of essential oils. It's basically the universal oil, great for pain, inflammation. It's wonderful for your skin. If you're looking for anti-aging properties for the skin, you can put a few drops of lavender in your hand and put it over your face with your moisturizer. But for pain, it's wonderful for that. Even if you have a sore throat, if you have a young child that has a sore throat and they can't swallow essential oils yet, put a couple of drops of lavender with a carrier oil. And when I say carrier oil, that means it could be coconut oil, it could be almond oil, olive oil, anything you want to use. But you use a carrier oil to slow the absorption of the essential oil into the skin. And the reason why is because essential oils are so powerful that it can cause an irritation if you're not using them properly. And that means if you're not diluting it enough. The other reason why a lot of people will have issues with essential oils if they're not using a real oil, and that's another problem, which I'll explain in a moment. But a great oil to have on hand for topical use for pain is lavender. Another one you'll want to use is frankincense. Excellent for pain. It's a natural anti-inflammatory. So what I'll do is, if you want to enhance the effect of any essential oil that you're using, you add frankincense to that area. So what you'll do is you put on your carrier oil, and then you layer frankincense first, and then the other oils on top. And it's amazing, just brings it up a notch. So you'll definitely want to have that on hand. Peppermint is another wonderful oil for not only for clearing airways, but also for pain, for digestive problems. I'll go through a couple at the end just so you can take some notes if you want on the ones that you like. But these are very popular oils. They are multi-purpose. And so when I say that they're doing the same thing, one might work better for you than another. But the other thing is sometimes they work better together. It's almost like medication in the sense that everyone is different, and some people will find a certain blend works better for them, than another. So it just depends on the person. But we do have, the oils that are most of the time work for everybody. The last oil I want to mention for pain and inflammation, and this is the main one you'll need, it's called Deep Blue. This is a blend only from doTERRA, and it's amazing. It has wintergreen in it, which is extremely powerful for pain. So usually if a person doesn't get a response with an oil I recommend, the next level is wintergreen. Now, when you buy an oil in a blend, you're getting a lot more for your money because they put about 6 or 7 oils in the one bottle. So this has saved me on a number of occasions. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a personal trainer also. I've been training for over 20 years, and I've had my share of injuries and pain. For my personal experience, my neck, I can't even tell you how this oil helped my neck. If you have neck pain or back pain, you know how debilitating that can be. This oil, basically putting it on that area, not only does it help with your range of motion, but it actually will help the inflammation, bring down the inflammation topically. And I like that because I don't really like to take too many things internally. So I really love this oil. You could put it on before you work out, after you work out. I never tell anyone to mask pain of exercise. So if you have, for example, a tendonitis or something, you've injured yourself, I don't believe in covering it up and going to exercise and injuring it further. But if you have a tight muscle, a sore muscle, or you've injured yourself and you are trying to heal, put the oil on, but you have to do it consistently. So what a lot of people tend to do with oils in general is because they think of it like medication. They don't realize that you have to keep it. The consistency of using them is really what makes the difference with healing your body. So again, if you have an infection, a respiratory infection, and you do the steam bowl I just mentioned, you only do it one time. And I've had people do this. They're like, well, I did it. I'm like, how many times did you do it? And if you say only one time, it's not enough. You need to do it almost depending on what the issue is. But for pain, every 20 minutes for an acute problem, chronic issues, we'll do 2, 3, or 4 times a day. Okay, so you'll want to have Deep Blue on hand. I'll also use oils topically if you're interested in anti-aging skincare. Personally, I mean, I'm over 40. I don't know how, I guess some of you ladies are, the skin's changing. We don't like it. And there's a lot of things on the market that may work, but I'm not willing to put toxins in my body. So I try to do them naturally. Oils are regenerative to the skin. They're anti-aging. They help with skin tightening. Stimulates natural collagen production in your skin. And for those, if you have any skin spots, like age spots, fine lines, wrinkles, thinking about the things, stretch marks, you can use, again, frankincense is going to be your star here, and it's amazing for that. So if you have any spots on your skin you're concerned about or something you don't like, put a little in your moisturizer. You can even use coconut oil, which is my favorite. I use something called fractionated coconut oil. If you don't know what that is, feel free to ask questions again if you're just popping in. Fractionated coconut oil is when the oil stays in the liquid form all the time and does not solidify. So there is a place for the solid coconut oil when you're using essential oils, but for applying essential oils, you want to use a fractionated oil. You can use jojoba oil, you can use almond oil, you can use olive oil, whatever you want. But fractionated coconut oil is the oil that we use, and it has no scent to it. It has a long shelf life. It's well tolerated by the skin. It's very hydrating. It doesn't clog the pores. So I like that oil. So on every night, typically I'll put a carrier oil like coconut oil on my face, and I'll add a couple of drops of frankincense and lavender. Okay, those are the 2 for the skin that you really want to have on hand. Another oil that you want to have on hand for your skin and for any wounds that come up or infections of the skin is Melaleuca, which is also known as tea tree oil. Not only is it a powerful germ killer, so I use it for cleaning as well. So it just shows you can kind of bounce around with what you're doing with your oils. But for the skin, if you get hives, rashes, eczema, you're going to definitely need Melaleuca or tea tree oil and lavender. Those are great for anything relating to the skin. If you burn yourself, you're going to pick up lavender. anything on the skin that's bothering you. Those are your go-tos, lavender and melaleuca. They also work great for things like repelling ticks and mosquitoes, and you can make bug sprays out of these things. I have tons of recipes available for everybody. Okay, so I didn't get to, okay, now the other one I want to recommend, if you have any stomach issues, this is another thing I get a lot of people inquiring about. They have digestive problems. You could have acid reflux, Crohn's disease, colitis, whatever you got going on. Again, I always believe in diet is usually the culprit with certain things. Either food disagrees with you, or you might have a nervous stomach if you're a person that's stressed out. But usually whatever you're doing that's affecting the digestive system is related to the diet. But still, you don't want to feel this discomfort. So we actually have an oil that I surprisingly did not realize was going to be so powerful at helping these kinds of issues. But Digest Zen, it's called. And what it has in it is ginger, coriander, peppermint, tarragon, fennel. Very good oils for the digestive system. So what you can do with this, what I loved about using the oils, is you can use them in a lot of different ways. So you can apply this directly to your stomach. If you have stomach upset, just apply a few drops along with a carrier oil to the stomach area every 20 minutes until the problem goes away. Amazing oil. I think it's great to have on hand if you have a child in the house, anybody gets a virus and they're sick, or there's a stomach flu or food poisoning. Again, I have all my natural solutions. I'm not afraid of what's going on right now because I'm my own doctor. I don't really need or ever need to use medications. And I think there might be a time when you might need an antibiotic or you might need a medication. Like I said, I'm not telling people what to do, but I just like knowing that I can take care of my family 80 to 90% of the time with the oils. And they do help us in multiple ways for that reason. So topically on the stomach, and if you have a chronic problem like a colitis or a Crohn's disease, an autoimmune condition that's affecting your stomach, you would apply this to the bottoms of your feet every day. So what I mean by that is when you apply topically, you either apply it to the area of concern. For example, if you have a headache, you're going to take lavender and frankincense and apply it to your head, just on your temples, or to the bottoms of the feet if you have a chronic problem. So if you don't like a smell of an oil, or you have to put it on every day because it's a chronic internal problem, use it on the bottoms of your feet. And you basically just put your socks on. You won't even feel anything. You just put a couple of drops there and it will help you. You'll be surprised at how much it helps. All the reflexology points are on the bottoms of the feet. And if you believe in that, Chinese medicine and all that kind of thing, you'll read a lot about this. It's very interesting. And I do believe in that. So I'm a big believer in applying to the feet. And I'll do that multiple times a day. Okay. The third way you use the oils is internally. Now, internal use, you can do, there's so many ways that reasons why people use them internally, but I do like to use them for detoxifying your kidneys and your liver. Now, lemon is my favorite. Lemon is a powerful detoxifier for the kidneys and liver. And what you do is I'll take a glass bottle, so I always use glass or stainless steel, and you just take 1 to 2 drops of lemon and you put it into your water every day. You can do that with citrus. You can do that with, Nancy, I saw what you wrote, 100% for the reflexology. See, you know about that stuff more than I do, but I'm very interested in learning more, actually, which I believe we can teach ourselves pretty much anything. So I'm going to do that while we're on quarantine here. But just so you know, lemon, 1 drop of lemon essential oil is equivalent to 8 to 9 lemons squeezed, okay? And it doesn't affect the enamel of your teeth. You don't use a lot more than that because they're very powerful. So just 1 to 2 drops. Now, in this bottle here, you get 250 drops of essential oil. It lasts a very long time. So sometimes people say, well, I think the oils are expensive. And I said, not when you break it down. When you break down by the drop, they're pennies. It's like 2 cents a drop or 3 cents a drop. Not even. Less than that. So it's a great thing to have on hand. Now, lemon is something not only I use internally, but I also use it to clean the entire house. So if you're into going more natural in your home and you want to get rid of all the chemicals, which do cause endocrine problems and all sorts of other things that you probably want to read about, I'll clean my house with these 3 oils right here. On Guard, which kills pretty much every virus imaginable, tea tree oil, and lemon. Okay, and they smell great together, but I have a whole video on cleaning. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on that now because this is just an overview. But if you want to know more about that, I will message you my videos and information on that. But if you clean with lemon, any of these three, you're going to be killing. It's antibacterial, antifungal, antimicrobial, antiseptic. They're amazing for that. So I'm not worried about not having rubbing alcohol in my house or bleach because I don't need it. I clean with these oils. It kills everything, and you don't have to worry about infecting and passing infections and things like that. All I'll do is make an all-purpose spray with the On Guard, vinegar, and water, and you will detoxify your entire home. But lemon smells great. I use it for cleaning stainless steel in the house. I probably go through a bottle a month of this because of how much I can do with it. So not only, again, internally, but for general things in the house. Now, the other thing you could do with this, it's great for stress and anxiety and uplifting the mood. So if you have depression or anything like that, you can diffuse it regularly. I always diffuse it in the bathrooms. I love having essential oil diffusers in the bathrooms because I feel like people using the bathrooms and you want to detoxify I like to open the windows all the time, but you can purify the air in the bathroom. To do that on a regular basis. So every day we always diffuse lemon in the bathroom, and it's just going to smell amazing when you walk in your house. You're going to love the smell of your house, and that's something that I really look forward to. Another thing you could take internally if you're not feeling well is oregano. So these are now you take the oils internally for immune support, for general health, but if you have chronic conditions and things like that, they're great for that. But if you get sick, what you can do, and I would do it, if thank God nobody's sick in the house, but you can actually take an empty pill capsule, they're called veggie caps, and you can open them up and put your oils in there and swallow it like a pill. So oregano is a natural antibiotic, and there's a lot of information on oils and how they work internally, and I'm not going to go into it now. Again, I can share you information with you later, but they can actually help your body do what it's naturally supposed to do to heal itself. They're very, very powerful. So you can look up the effects of oregano essential oil. This is something you want to have in your house if something should come up. Another oil you want to have on hand, and this is my most used oil in this house, is the On Guard for internal use. Now, if you get a sore throat, and I just did this for my husband the other day, he came home, he's a fireman, first responder, they cannot stay home with this virus situation. So, of course, everybody's nervous. He had a sore throat. So this is the same thing I do for everybody as soon as it happens. I made him gargle with 2 drops of On Guard in water, warm water. You can add salt to it if you want, about a teaspoon of salt, and not even a half teaspoon, and you gargle for a minute. And you do that every hour until the sore throat goes away. Obviously, when you're sleeping, you don't have to do it. The other thing I do is put 2 drops of On Guard in the tea, in green tea, and I'll add honey to it for him. You don't have to have the honey. I don't use honey. But if you want to use honey, you can. It tastes great, all right? People love the taste of it, but it's extremely powerful at fighting off things like illness, okay? I have to be careful about how I say things, so forgive me for being cryptic, but I have to do it that way. So this is a great oil to have on hand. Now, if you have a child that would be a little more difficult for them to ingest it, we have something called beadlets, where they come in little balls of On Guard for small children, but we're sold out of that right now. So the other thing you can do is you can apply this to the bottoms of the feet, and there's something called a roller bottle. You can make one. So what they do is I don't have it in front of me right now, but you can buy the roller bottles, and then you take some of the On Guard and you pour a few drops into a roller bottle. You add your fractionated coconut oil, and then you rub it on the bottoms of their feet or along the spine of a child. Okay, so if you have a baby or a small child, you don't want them to touch the oil and put their hands in their mouth, so you can do the spine. And I even do it to my kids, and they're 16, so I don't, they always are babies. And this is something we use all the time. Now, the other thing that I do for protecting against the things going around right now is I take the 2 most important immune system blends and I make a roller bottle of them. So what I do is 20 drops of, 20 drops of On Guard in a roller bottle with 10 drops of frankincense. And then I top it off with the fractionated coconut oil, and you apply it to your chest where everyone's afraid of the respiratory issues going on with the viruses. So you apply it to your chest and the bottoms of the feet every day. So I do that morning and night. I try to remind everyone in the house to do it, but if there's something that you're worried about, and we don't have to be frozen with fear right now, you can totally arm yourself with these beautiful gifts from nature. That's how I look at it. And I'm not afraid, okay? I'm not afraid at all. Okay, so that's pretty much the oils that I use. I gave you the top like 10 oils that I use in my home. And if anyone's been in contact with you and you are listening to this video, they'll follow up with you about how to get the oils. But I'm going to share with you the reason why I use doTERRA, which is the name of the company that I partner with. So I am a distributor for this company, doTERRA. They are the largest essential oil company in the world. We have over 7 million customers, okay? The company is amazing. No other company can come close to what they do as far as sourcing and producing the highest quality oil. What a lot of people don't know is there is no regulation on the essential oil industry, just like there's very little regulation on the cosmetic industry and the fragrance industry. And unfortunately, most people don't know. They just go on Amazon or they go to Whole Foods and they buy the oils and they have no idea if the quality is what it is. And the problem is if it's not sourced properly or they're using chemicals to extract the oils, it contaminates it. And once you contaminate it, it's adulterated. It's not going to work on your body the way you want it to. So if you're using it for, cleaning your house, it may not kill the germs that you think it's killing. If you're using it for a medicinal reason, it's not going to work the way you're hoping it to work. So I wouldn't take a chance with that. I didn't know when I first started with the oils, I went on the internet and then I went to Whole Foods, and I tell everyone this story, but I wanted to take lemon oil internally because it's good for your immune system. So I got home and I was glad I went to Whole Foods, and I just happened to look at the side and it says do not take internally. So I'm like, this doesn't make sense. It said on the internet you could. And what I came to find out, thank God I had met somebody that was using doTERRA, and she explained to me why there was a difference between the oils. I had no idea. So if you want to learn more about this, there's a website you could go to. It's called source2u.com, okay? SOURCE to you.com. And you can look up how we source the oils, why that makes a difference, what the doTERRA difference is. And I never looked back, so that was kind of how I got into this using the doTERRA. So you have to be careful with that. Another thing you have to be careful with is a lot of people go to Amazon, which of course I would too. The only problem is when you order oils from Amazon, even if you think it's doTERRA, it's not coming from the doTERRA warehouse. So doTERRA will not stand by their product unless they ship it to you from their warehouse. So that's important to me as well, because unfortunately there's a lot of people out there that are not very... they don't have a lot of integrity, and they have been instances where they can refill it with a cheaper oil and seal it up. You won't know the difference, and I'm not willing to do that. I don't like to buy too many things that are like liquid from Amazon for that reason. I've had my share of issues with them. So, use your judgment. But I'm going to explain to you the 2 ways you can, well, actually, it's 3 ways you can buy the oils if you do want to do it, and I will help you if anyone that's interested. Oh, thank you, Darcy. I appreciate that. Okay, the first way you can buy is retail, which is full price. Most people don't do that because you can pay a lot more money. You can do it. The second way you can do it is if you want to purchase a starter kit. So there's a lot of different kits, but the main kit has the top oils that you'd probably be interested in. It has peppermint, lavender, lemon, oregano, tea tree oil, all the ones that I mentioned today. We have a kit for that. For that kit, we have a top 10 kit that comes with a diffuser like this, and the price for that is $160, okay? With that $160 fee, you get the diffuser, the top 10 oils. You also get a free membership to doTERRA. That means that you will save 25% on anything you buy for the year, okay? It's like a Costco membership. And also you'll have access to my oil community, my education support. That's all free and included. Of course, my role would be to help you learn how to use your oils and make sure that you're doing them properly. And a lot of people don't know how to use them properly, and I'll get people that I don't know messaging me for help because they did something wrong. And then you don't want that to happen, especially with children. The third way you can get your oils, if you want that wholesale account, you can customize your own kit. So you can pay $35. It's a one-time fee like a Costco membership. And then you can buy everything at 25% off. So if you had your eye on just a couple of oils and you don't want to buy a whole kit, you can do it that way. And I can help you customize a kit if you'd like to do that. And that's pretty much it. So I just want to tell you real quick the ones that I went over, which you would get in the kit if you want. Digest Zen, which is the one for your stomach, okay? If you want that one. The On Guard, which I think everyone should have in their home. This is the protective blend. I get nervous if I don't have enough of this oil. I actually have a lot of backups of that one. The frankincense is for the skin, your immune system, headaches. I meant to mention, if you have headaches, it's great for that. Allergies, it's just one of those oils you can use for everything. Great for cell renewal. Lavender, which is your universal oil you can use for pain, inflammation, stress, anxiety, headaches, relaxation, anti-aging skin. These are all the ones that are in the kit, by the way. Breathe, respiratory support, clear breathing, asthma, sinus congestion, anything respiratory related. Great oil for that, and anxiety. You also get peppermint, which is for allergies. I meant to mention, I didn't touch on allergies. I should have said that. If you have allergies, I have to backtrack. I have not used medication in my house for allergies for over 5 years. My kids, my son especially, I used to have to put him to bed because his allergies were so bad, his eyes would close shut, and that was with medication. I don't give my son medication anymore. All we do, and I'll tell you right now, these are the 3 you're gonna need: lemon, peppermint, and lavender, okay? You put these 3 in the diffuser, 4 drops each, and then what I do is I make a roller bottle of these 3 and I apply it around the sinus area, under the nose, around the eyes, and it's pretty amazing. So I have a personal testimonial for that. You'll never need to use allergy medication again. So lavender for your allergies, peppermint, oh, another thing I want to mention, peppermint. If anybody gets a fever in your house, you can actually reduce your body temperature with peppermint. You make a bowl of tepid water, you put a few drops of peppermint in there, and then you put your washcloth in there, and you can cool the body down with this peppermint. When people get a fever, and I'm not telling you what to do, I'm just telling you what I do, your body is fighting off an infection. And when you give it medication, you're interfering with that. So I put the peppermint in the water, and you're going to cool your body down naturally without needing to take anything, synthetic. The deep blue ointment on my tendonitis, will that help with the discomfort? Yes, definitely. You want to dilute the deep blue because it's a very strong oil. It has wintergreen in it, so make sure you put coconut oil on first, and then I would do about 4 or 5 drops. Start with 3 to 4 drops, and then if it doesn't work, do 4 to 5 drops, and do it every 20 minutes till it goes away. You're going to love this oil. Add frankincense first if you feel like it's, you need a little stronger. How it depends on what it is. Okay, so far I did, you're going to get deep blue in that kit. That's for pain and inflammation. You're going to get oregano as well. This is your immune system oil if you get sick. It's also good for warts, if you have a wart or a skin tag on your body. It's great for recipes and cooking. I meant to tell you, these are all food grade, so you can put them, most of them, in your food. So I'll cook with lemon, I cook with oregano, I cook with peppermint. You can make peppermint brownies and lavender cookies, and you can make all sorts of dressings. It's great for that. So you're going to get your lemon, I mentioned. That's your cleaning oil, your detoxifier, and then your melaleuca, which is the tea tree oil. That's your germ killer. That's your antiseptic. If you have an infection in your skin, you can use that. This is your bug spray, you name it. All right, so you're going to get all 10 of those oils that I just mentioned and the diffuser for $160, which is a great buy. You're getting it at below wholesale cost. So if you try to buy these separately, it would cost about 3 times as much. That's pretty much why doTERRA put together such a great foundation. And then you have 80 to 90% of anything that comes up you can address in your house in minutes. Anything that comes up, and I mean, we all have it, a cold, skin issue, a pink eye, ear infection, headaches, migraines, allergies, anything. Nancy, Tracy made the lavender cookies. I hear that they're great. I don't think I had one of hers when I was there, though. I have to do that one day. Try not to have cookies, but for a treat. Okay, now the other promo I just want to let you know about. So if anybody's interested in buying this kit, I have access to a special promo that I can share with you today. You would get a free bottle of the Citrus Bliss. This is retails for $24. This is my favorite oil that goes in that diffuser that I mentioned. So if you're interested in that oil, this is just for uplifting the mood, it's the happy oil. I just love it. I use it all the time. If you do that kit, you can get the Citrus Bliss. If you decide to purchase the next kit up, which is a whole, it's like a bigger kit, let me know. Most people are not ready for it, but if you do want to do it, you would get Adaptive for free and Citrus Bliss for free. So you get 2 oils for free. That's a great buy as well. It's a nice thing, but you do need a special promo code from me. So what I can say, I'm going to close this up now. If somebody shared this with you and they are helping you with doTERRA, reach back to them and they will help you get your oils. If you're somebody that I've been in contact with or you want to connect with me, you can just send me your email or let me know what you're interested in and I'll help you and I can get you started. And you'll have access to my oil community. I do all free support and education in there. That way you know what you're doing. A lot of people, they don't really know where to start. It's completely different from what you've done in the past. So that's it. I think I'm going to close it up now. If anybody has questions, just type in the comments and I'll respond. I can see it after, like I mentioned. I appreciate your time. Hope you guys are keeping busy. Stay tuned for some of my other recipes. I'm always posting DIY. I love that I can do that. I don't have to buy a lot of things. Deep hair, household cleaners, you name it. I got something for you. Tick spray, bug spray. My kids call me a witch. I think I probably have turned into one, but I think it's a good witch. I hope. So, it's keeping us busy in this house. So I hope that was helpful to you. Please share the video. If you know anyone that would be interested, I would love that and appreciate it. And I will be on Tuesday night. I'm going to do an essential oils for emotional health class on Tuesday. And I have a couple more coming. I just can't remember the names of it. They're all on this page, 7:30 p.m. I hope that's a good time for everyone. But I'll be doing kind of like different topics just to, help everybody depending on what they're interested in. All right, so enjoy the rest of your night, and I will talk to you guys soon. All right, take care. Bye.